Indianapolis is the center of the country's search for solutions to gun violence.
Over the next few days, law enforcement, prosecutors, and community leaders from across the country are all here. They are discussing strategies that are working to address violent crime. It's a federal summit. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland spoke to attendees this morning, but local officials plan to tackle topics specific to Indianapolis, like illegally obtained firearms, violence among teens, and recruiting officers.
This summit comes as communities across central Indiana face violent crime. Greenwood police are investigating their fourth homicide of the year. WRTV's Adam Schumes shows us how a new tool introduced by the U.S. Attorney General could help reduce crime.
Crime scene tape and investigators surrounded the Central Park neighborhood in Greenwood Sunday night.
It's concerning.
Greenwood police say 18-year-old Ethan David was shot and killed in a car that he was in.
I think it should never happen, especially where we're living.
Police say people who live in the area told them after hearing the shots they saw two people running from the car. No arrests have been made.
You anticipate to be in a good neighborhood, it's safe, and I think it's just a sad reality.
We know that when officers are safe and supported, communities are safer too.
Greenwood's fourth homicide of the year comes as local and national law enforcement leaders, including U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, are discussing ways to combat violent crime. One of the topics, the emerging crime among teens.
All violent crime is a tragedy for the families, in our communities.
Garland introduced the violent crime reduction map at the summit. Serves as a one-stop shop to help local law enforcement agencies implement and develop strategies to prevent and respond to violent crime.
What I would say is that there's always going to be more crime in the community than we can prosecute.
The map helps connect jurisdictions with information and resources they need to meet the challenges with reducing violent crime.
There's no way we're going to be able to solve this problem alone, and that we have to work with state and local law enforcement who have the primary responsibility of dealing with juvenile offenders.
And it's crime similar to the one that happened in Luke's neighborhood Sunday night that state and local law enforcement agencies are working to crack down on.
Be good to each other, especially with these holidays. Be thankful for who you have and don't take anything for granted.
Adam Schumes, WRTV.
Well, even though officials say violent crime is trending downward, emergency rooms are still being inundated with victims of violent crimes. One hospital-based program is taking a look at the issue. We've told you before about Prescription for Hope through Eskenazi Health. Well, the idea of the program is to connect patients who suffered a violent injury with tools for successful recovery. Today, we spoke with Dr. Damaris Ortiz, the medical director for the program and emergency room surgeon. She talked about the strain violent crime puts on ERs.
I do think that because it happens so frequently, it's something that we're unfortunately used to. And so there is that level of, here we go again. And it's not as surprising.
There have been more than 200 homicides in Indianapolis for the fourth year in a row. Prescription for Hope started in 2009. Now, coming up at 6, the reason specialized research could lead to some effective solutions when it comes to curbing violence.